Hey y'all, welcome to my Loving My Growth podcast. I'm your hostess, Lavette. I am here solo bolo, but that's okay because we finna get into it. Today's topic is mindset. So of course I've always brought you guys the word of the day. So the word of the day is gonna be mindset. Mindset is defined as the established set of attitudes held by somebody. So basically your attitude and how you see the world. Or a set of beliefs that shape how you make sense of the world and yourself. There's all kind of different mindsets. There's positive mindsets. A lot of us have negative mindsets. The big one now is growth mindset, which here at Loving Your Growth, we do promote growth mindset. And it influences you how you think, feel, and behave in any given situation. So if you're used to popping off because somebody said hi, it's probably you're in a negative mindset. If you're used to saying, oh, I've always done that, this is how I was raised, this is where I'm from, you're generally using a fixed mindset. There's no growth because you're stuck. You may not have lived in that environment in the last 10 years, but your mind is stuck in that environment. A lot of times we refer to the ghetto mentality. It's basically a fixed mindset. Okay? With mindset, there's positive mindset, growth mindset, fixed mindset. You will hear a lot about fixed mindset versus growth mindset. Pinterest has a lot of pins comparing the two. You know, a fixed mindset would be, I'm either good at something or I'm not. Plain and simple. Either I'm going to do it and do it well, or I'm not going to do it at all. So you're stuck. There's no growth in that. That's it right there. Growth mindset, on the other hand, would be, I can improve my skills with effort and practice. So now I'm focusing on, yes, I'm not good at it, but eventually if I practice and I keep working at it, I will be. Infinite possibilities. You're going to grow from that. Another word for mindset, mentality. Your negative mentality, ghetto mentality, positive mentality. A lot of people have used that word for a long time. Ideology, or your way of thinking. So mindset, you can think of it in any of those capacities. A question was proposed, is mindset the key to happiness? Because everybody wants to be happy, I assume. At least I know I do. But according to an article in Forbes from February 5th, 2021, happiness is a mindset. And how do you create a mindset that leads to happiness? That's the title of the article. You might want to check that out, read that article, and see how to create your happiness. For me, it's making sure, I'm going to be happy. Try not to let any outside influences come in and ruin your day, because they will try. A growth mindset will be, okay, let me stop, count to 10 before I respond, and then respond. Versus popping off right away and what you say, what you mean, I think I've mentioned it before, how some people are in that fixed mindset. If someone's looking in your direction with a sour face or angry or whatever, a fixed mindset person will take offense. That person probably not even looking at you. They're looking in your direction, but they're in their mind. They're upset about, I don't know, somebody stepped on their toe 2 blocks over. And by the time they got to you, they were still in their head angry about the situation. But here you are in your fixed mindset. If someone looks at you crazy, it's all about you. They're on you for some reason or whatever. That person could just be having a bad day, and it has nothing to do with you. So with that, okay. Me personally, if I see somebody who's looking a bit sad or down, you know, walking with their head down, looking at the ground, I'll say hello. Good morning. How you doing? You know, have a good day. Just something to bring them back into the world and be like, oh, dang, okay, that person said hi to me. 8 times out of 10, that person will respond positively and say hello or good morning. Okay, the other 2 out of 10, they may not say anything at all, which no loss for me. I feel like I put that positive energy in the world, and if they choose to accept it, growth mindset, if they choose to accept it, they will. If not, no harm, no foul, they keep going. So for me, that's my way of being happy and staying positive. And as you guys all know, I do suffer from mental illness. And there was also an article that talked about the effects the growth mindset has on mental health. And from that article, it said research has shown that a growth mindset allows people to navigate stress and challenges better and can lead to a higher level of well-being. I agree wholeheartedly. I smile regardless of what type of day I'm having. You know, I had a girl once tell me, I never knew you were depressed because you always smile. Yeah, that's my growth mindset. Sometimes it's nervousness that I'm smiling, but I tend to, you know, smile anyway. I think it gives off a good energy. You know, sometimes it could be infectious. Somebody see you smile, that might lead them to smiling. And hopefully, you know, it makes the world a better place. That's just my take on it. But with that, a growth mindset, which if you want to learn more about it, there's a book. And I have this book on Audible. If you're not good with reading and comprehending the actual book, Audible is awesome. I'm not promoting, but I'm telling y'all, I use Audible. You can listen to it in the car. You can listen to it at work. Don't tell nobody. You can listen to it at work. It's something alternative to listening to music, and you learn something. So the book, which my daughter's 4th grade teacher had also recommended the book for the parents as well as the kids. It's called Mindset. Go figure. The New Psychology of Success. How we can learn to fulfill our potential in parenting, in business. I am a business coach. School and relationships. The book is by Carol S. Dweck, D-W-E-C-K, Ph.D. Awesome book. Put it on. Listen to it. You'll learn something. And I believe it's going to change your life. If you focus on the mindset, it will change your life. With that, creating a growth mindset. Couple tips. Be open-minded. You have to be open-minded in order to receive the different things that are going to come at you. Get comfortable with uncertainty. There's nothing constant but change. We all know that. Everything is not going to stay the same, ever. even though we may want it to, it's not. Take ownership in what you do. Okay, so I dropped something on the ground. If y'all know, I can't stand littering. I dropped something on the ground. I'm going to take ownership. Let me go back, pick that up, and throw it in the garbage. That's me taking ownership for my actions. Seek to eliminate complacency. If you do the exact same thing every day, you're not growing. Unless it's something that's going to progress. But the complacency, I'm going to eat the same bowl of cereal every morning. You know, nothing's going to change. So seek to eliminate that. Try new things. Put new things in your life. Promote individuality. I'm not like everybody else. Yes, I am. But no, I'm not. And I say that all the time. I do not follow the crowd. Following the crowd will lead you to places that you really don't want to go. Yeah, okay, there may be some things, okay, I can say I like doing this even though everybody else is doing it. But I'm choosing to do it not because of anybody else's influence. Live in the moment. Living in the moment is called mindfulness. Block out the past. Don't think about the future. Just enjoy what you're doing at this moment. At this moment, I'm filming my podcast. I'm not thinking about what I'm cooking for dinner. I'm not thinking about me stubbing my toe yesterday, even though it's throbbing. That's not what I'm doing. I'm living for the moment. I'm talking to y'all and giving y'all the tips on mindset and mindfulness. Self-discipline, you got to do it for you. You can't wait for nobody else to tell you don't do that. You have to be like, this is not positive. This is not growth mindset. So I'm not going to do it. See challenges as opportunities. Every day you wake up, it's Monday. I got to get up and go to work. Opportunity to learn something new, meet new people from point A to point B. You know, try something new. Stop seeking approval from others. We grown. You was young, you used to be like, I'm grown, I'm not listening to nobody. Well, guess what? You're grown now. And you have to stop seeking approval from others. They doing their own thing. Everybody's an individual. We do our individual things. They are not the authority over what you do. So you need to stop seeking their approval. Yeah, okay, get advice. But you can tell me how you feel about a situation, and then I choose to incorporate that into what I do and how I feel. Fixed mindset. You avoid challenges to avoid failure. I've been there. Perfectionism, which is a weakness, which is one of my weaknesses. I've been there. Okay, if I can't fry this chicken to perfection, I'm not going to do it. So guess what? I don't fry chicken, I bake. Okay, now I've started to dabble a little bit. Ignoring feedback from others. I don't want to hear what anybody else has to say because they're going to tell me something negative and I don't want to hear it. Feel threatened by others' success. Been there. I think I've talked about it on one of my episodes before. Taraji P. Henson and I both started our podcast about focusing on mental health around the same time. And I kind of felt some kind of way. I don't see her podcast no more. And I'm still here. What was I tripping on? I don't know her. She don't know me. My circle of people that follow me may follow her, but guess what? They still follow me. So I don't need to be threatened by her or anybody else's success. Hides flaws as not to be judged by others. Okay. I'm going to admit it. I am hiding my flaw. That's why this table is right here, because I feel some way about my thighs. But I'm working on that. Fixed mindset. We got to do the growth. I'm working on it. Fixed mindset, black and white thinking. It's either this way or that way. There's no in between. There's no gray area, no bright yellows and purples and all of that. So those were the characteristics of a fixed mindset. Those are things you want to shy away from and try and live in the moment. My goal today is to promote the growth mindset. With that, I'm going to conclude with this. So there was an article in the magazine Inc., INC, from April 6, 2015. And the title was Shifting Your Mindset and Embracing Change. So for those that want to shift, you notice I do have somewhat of a fixed mindset, and I would like to embrace the growth mindset and the change that is coming in my life. Here's a couple things that you can do. 1, learn to meditate. It does not have to be you sitting on the floor, legs crossed, arms out. No, that's not what we're saying. Learning to meditate is really being in a quiet setting, being mindful, clearing your mind, not thinking about what's gonna happen, what has happened, just being in that moment, silence, clearing your mind, not worried about any outside noises, sounds, lights, anything like that. And just breathing. You can do the breathing technique, in 1, 2, 3, out, 1, 2, 3, deep breath in, just to kind of clear your mind, listen to your breathing. 2, make personal development a priority for yourself. YouTube has an endless amount of videos where you could learn something new. You want to learn about podcasting? Go to YouTube, type in podcasting. And there's a bunch of different things out there. I mentioned Audible. Audible has an endless amount of books that self-development, self-improvement, things like that. Take a class. Take a few classes. OCAR is working on some workshops. Look us up and tap into some of the workshops that we have coming. Work on developing yourself. That's going to lead you to a growth mindset. Retrain your brain by noticing 3 positive changes a day. I had to really look at that and read deep into the article. And basically it's just saying every day look for something positive that's different. Whether you saw something on social media, because we look and we see these quotes all the time. Okay, I noticed this really good quote today. Put it on your desktop. Print it out, put it on your wall. Write it in your journal. Put it on your phone. Anything that's going to promote something positive. And that's you actually learning by learning something different. That 4th one was write your postmortem. I'm about to be a fixed mindset right now. Yeah, I ain't going into that. I'm assuming it was referring to writing what you want after your death, how you want to be remembered. Yeah, I'm going to be fixed right now, and I ain't ready for that. Focus on long-term vision. Definitely, what do you want to see in a year? What do you want to see in 3 years? What do you want to see in 5 years? How do you want your life to be? What are you thriving to do? Definitely using your journal to write these things down, or, which I'll share at the end, I have a Sip and Manifest coming up the end of March. It's a vision board party where we're going to get together and put some vision boards together. It could be quarterly vision board. It could be an annual vision board. Just something that you can put your thoughts down and your wants. And it's really good for a vision board because you can actually see, this is what I said I wanted. How many of these things have I accomplished? I personally have a vision board I did, I think 3 years ago. And everything on that vision board came to fruition. And that I'm happy about it because I didn't go into it as, oh, I want this flashy car, I want this. No. I have a mental health goal, which I've crushed. I have my career goal crushed. You know, my personal goal, I crushed them. I crushed all of them. So definitely work on your long-term vision. Imagine the inevitable. Again, nothing's constant but change. Anything can happen. Me thinking, oh, I'll have my parents and my grandparents forever. I didn't imagine what life would be like without them. That was my inevitable. I still have my mom. I still have my stepmom and my biological dad. So now I need to work on, you know, what life will be like for me when they're no longer here. That's me imagining the inevitable. Do the dirty work yourself. This article, after I got to that point, I realized that it was a lot about business and about leadership. And basically what it was saying was for you to do the job you think or you have other people doing for you. I'll use the example. A lot of us as parents make our kids clean the kitchen, sweep, and all the stuff. Do the dirty work yourself. Put yourself in that position. You do that so that you will know, okay, this is how it should be. This is how I want you to do it. I don't like doing dishes, but I'm going to do it so that they don't feel, she always making me do it, but she don't ever do it. That's what I got from that. Listen to trusted outside perspectives. Some of us do have trusted friends that we feel will not steer us wrong. And we can take their advice. Again, I believe I said before, I don't take advice and do exactly what people say. I take it and I tailor it to my life and the things that I want to do. That's me being an individual, but also embracing outside perspectives. Because when you're in it, you don't see a lot of things that people outside of your circle see. So it's a good perspective to have. Accept the change that will happen with or without you. Change is inevitable. It's going to happen, whether you embrace it or not. It's easier to embrace it than to ignore it, because it's still going to happen. So if you embrace it and tailor it to your own life, it'll be for a smoother transition. And that's about growth mindset. You're not, oh God, I'm going to use the time change, which is a hard one for me. Oh God, here we go again with this time change. You know, I don't like it. I don't, like it getting dark earlier. But with that and my growth mindset, I know it's coming, so I prepare. Okay. I make sure I do everything before 5 o'clock, because I know at 5 o'clock it's going to get dark. So I do try to make sure that I go straight home rather than being out and about, because everybody has to relearn how to drive. So with that being said, embrace the change. Develop a growth mindset. Don't be stuck. Being stuck is not good. It doesn't make for a happy life. Happiness is a mindset. That's what I strive to have. I have obstacles thrown at me all the time, but they're not the death of me. You know, you roll with the punches, take it as it goes, and keep moving forward. So with that said, as always, I end my podcasts with a service or a product. The service and product that I'm going to share today is, of course, my Sip and Manifest, which is a vision board party. We're going to do our vision boards, have a little sip, talk about it, and just have a good time with it and see what comes out of it. If it works, maybe we'll do it every quarter. But you have to be in it to win it. You can email me at lovingmygrowth20@gmail.com or find me on Facebook, Lavette Grant. I do have the event on Facebook. There is a charge. You know, everything is not free. And if you're not willing to pay, that's a fixed mindset. You got to give something to get something. So with that, did you learn something today? Can you use it in your life? If you learn something and it's positive, you've grown. I love y'all. Thank you for showing up. All right, y'all.